What's going on, guys? So, today's video is focusing on how to ride a bike for the very first time. So, here we are, we have the bike, and let's get down to the basics of it. So first off, you've got your left-hand side. Your left-hand side is all your gearing. So down here, at your foot, you have your shifting pedal, lever, whatever you want to call it. For most bikes, it's 1 down, half neutral, and then 5 up. Most bikes have 6 gears in total, so there you go. So 1, half neutral, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some bikes only have 4 gears, some bikes only have 5. Check your manual, it'll tell you everything you need to know. On mine, it'll actually say down here, I have 1, neutral, and then up to 6. So again, check your manual. So you've got your shifting lever, and then you have your clutch up top here. So clutch is in your left hand, pull it in to engage, let go to disengage. Pretty straightforward. Alright, so move around the back here. And on the right hand side is your brakes. So front brake is up in your right hand, right up here. And then your rear brake is at your foot. So again, very straightforward. Rear brake is at your foot, front brake is at your hand. Very easy. And then your throttle is in your right hand as well. So, kind of, not really tricky to remember, but the way I was taught is left hand is your brain, right hand is your balls. And the reason for that is if you get into trouble, just pull in your clutch, and you don't have to worry about your throttle. You can rev it as hard as you want, do whatever you want. It won't matter because you can't go anywhere with your clutch engaged. Well, you can go anywhere, but all you have to worry about at that point is your braking, which is usually straightforward. Again, front brake is over here, and then your rear brake is down low. So, really basic stuff here, guys. So, first thing, you get on your bike, make sure you're wearing your gear. I've got my gloves on, I've got my leather jacket, and again, jeans on. So, always wear your gear. If you don't have gear, I highly recommend it, and I kind of strongly discourage riding without gear, but that's another topic. So, first off, you have your tachometer, and then for mine, I have my speedometer in here. It's actually digital. You have your starter button and your kill switch. Up, the bike will never start, and it will just kill the engine, and down, the bike will turn on. You have your horn and your signals over here, and those are the basic controls. So let's turn it on. Turn the key, fuel injection does its thing. Red light tells me it's good to go. So when you start your bike, make sure you're in neutral. Green light's on means it's in neutral. If it's not in neutral, it'll look like that. Telling me I'm in gear 1, neutral light not on, it won't start. It won't let me. So, fix that, pull on the clutch, and pull up on the shift lever, half a click. There we go, we're back in neutral. So, pull on the clutch again, and push the starter, and we're running. Alright, so now we're halfway there, guys. Nothing complicated yet, everyone can do this. So, before you start going anywhere, the first thing you want to figure out is where your friction point is. You know, every clutch is different, so you want to make sure you really feel it out before you go anywhere. Don't take any long rides, don't do anything unless you know where your friction point is and you're comfortable with it. So, start off, put your hand on the front brake, hand on the rear or foot on the rear brake, pull your clutch in, okay? Shift your weight to the other side, put your foot down. I guess I shouldn't have put my rear brake on, but put your front brake on, lean over, and put the bike into first gear. So just push down on the lever. Alright, so now we're in gear, you feel it kind of lurch, and now you're ready to go. So the friction point is when you let your clutch out, and you just feel it start to engage. So I'm just going to let it out a little bit here. And it's just starting to engage. You'll see I'm just moving a little bit. And if you watch on the tachometer too, it'll drop a little bit when I hit that point. Not much, but just enough. So you want to get comfortable with this point, just play with it a little bit, let it out, let it start pulling a bit. As you can see, I'm not giving it gas and I'm moving, right? So the bike will want to go on its own, and that's why you want to keep your hand on it. So, keep your hand on the front brake, get used to it, okay, just let it out, and let your clutch out just a tad, and you'll start moving. If you get scared, pull on the clutch, it will stop. You're not giving it gas yet. So if you want, watch my hand, I'm not giving it gas. Again, clutch out, and the bike starts moving. And if you panic, pull the clutch in, and pull your front brake. Now when you're first starting off, you're going to want to ease onto the front brake. They will tend to grab really hard. So you want to use your back brake for a lot of low speeds, but you don't want to jam it either because it'll actually fishtail out and just bad news from there. Alright, so say you've got your friction point down. Now, you want to start giving it a bit of gas. You're comfortable with everything. So, again, hand on the brake. Let it out just a little bit. And then give it just a little bit of gas. You don't want to be giving it like that. You let the clutch go at that point, you're going to wheelie, you're going to hurt yourself. No one's happy. So let it out slowly. Get it to the friction point. So here we are, we're at the friction point. And you just give it a little bit of gas. I'm only going to give it till 2,000 RPM. So here we go. 2,000 RPM. Oh, 2.5. Okay, 2,000 RPM, and we're moving. We're not moving fast, but we're moving, right? Pull on the clutch, pull on the brakes, brake evenly with both. Right, now this is why I recommend doing this in a bigger parking lot, because you have lots of room to play around, feel your friction point, and get used to stopping and starting. Again, you'll notice the tach. I'm not going very fast. I'm not even pushing it to 3,000 RPM. So, pretty basic stuff. So let's just bring it back to the start there. So like I said, I like these parking lots just because you can practice a lot. You get a lot of practice with it. There's not a lot of through traffic. And because there's not a lot of through traffic, you're not pressured. And that's the worst thing for any rider. Make sure you find a nice quiet parking lot when you're first starting off and get used to the bike. You don't want to panic and stall it and then panic again and try to give it more gas, and then when you let the clutch out, you wheelie or lose control. And that's pretty well it right there, guys. That's pretty well how you're going to get your bike to move, how you get it to start, and how you're going to start riding your bike altogether. The next thing is shifting gears. So, basics of shifting gears are, with your clutch in, you pull up on the shift lever. So again, I'll show you really quickly here, guys. It'll be a really long video, sorry for that, guys, but there's a lot of basics to riding a bike. It's not a complicated thing. There's a lot of simple things that really yet to commit to memory. So again, half up into neutral from first. So now I'm in neutral, so I went half up. And the next click up will put me into second gear. But I have to have my clutch in. I can push it into second gear without the clutch. It's just not good for the friction plates and everything in there. So I tend not to do that. So again, we'll start off riding here, guys. Oh, and there we go. See, stand is down, it's dead. Kind of embarrassing more than anything. Okay, so we'll put it back in neutral, guys. Start it up. Not a big deal. You stall your bike. Everyone does it. I just did it. So take your time. Learn the bike. This is part of the learning process, guys. So again, clutch in. Stand is up. Into first gear. So we're going to start moving again. Find the friction point. Alright, we're moving a bit. Now give it just a little bit of gas to start moving. Alright, guys. Here we go. So we're moving again. Alright, so I want to go to second gear here, guys. So second gear, clutch is in, halfway up on the shifter, and we're in second gear. Again, let the clutch out very slowly, and keep giving it just a little bit of gas. And there we go. And that's pretty well all it is. After that, again, every gear sequentially after that will be clutch in. Alright, clutch in, shift up, clutch out slowly. Again, giving it a bit of gas every time. So, we're not forcing it. In fact, I'm really flogging the bike right now. But that's the basics of riding a bike. And right there, in about 10 minutes, you've learned everything you need to know about riding a bike. Now, basics for downshifting, pull the clutch in, drop it a gear, and again, slowly let the clutch out. Just the same way, only this time, you're actually going to be pushing down on the shift lever instead of up. So, there you have it, guys. Everything you need to know about riding a bike for the first time. The most important part in my mind is taking your time, being patient, and not getting frustrated. I just stalled my bike in a video. I've been riding for about, 4 years now? And I stalled it. And that's part of the learning process, guys. Everyone does it. Just get confident on the bike before you take it out to a busy road and hurt yourself or hurt someone else. So again, guys, that's it. Enjoy the ride and keep the shiny side up.